Hello and welcome to North Star Stamper. I'm Sue Kremer. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Minnesota. If you are in need of a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, please get in touch with me and I'd be happy to send you new catalogs and brochures. These did go live last week, so they're in full swing. Celebration is one of our twice a year now sales, obviously, where with $50 or $100 purchase before tax and shipping, you can earn free product. So let me know if you need these catalogs. The mini catalog focuses on fall holidays, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, into a little bit of Valentine's Day. And there's more in here than just those. So let me know if you need these. I'd be happy to help you with paper copies. PDF copies are always available through the Stampin' Up! Website, through my website. I have it on my website. You should be able to find a PDF version of the catalogs, brochures. If you can't, let me know and I'll help you. Okay. Hello. Okay, we are doing something a little different today. We are Stampin' with Sue. So hopefully those of you that wanted kits for these two cards reached out to me and I got them to you. They should have arrived. I think I mailed them all early enough that they should have arrived to you by today. So these are the samples I made to advertise for today. And thank you for being flexible. It was supposed to, I thought about Wednesday and then I moved it to Tuesday and then I had to move it to today. So let's talk about this card first. So if you don't have a kit and you're going to use your own products, I will go through the items that I sent in the kits first. So this one, that is a soft seafoam card base, standard A2 card base. An embossed layer. I used the, I think it's called Pretty Flowers. Oh, I don't have a name on it. Embossing folder. Anything with a floral design or even just a leaf design would work. It would coordinate with the bird. The bird is from the Iconic dies. I need to use these more. They're such lovely dies and there's so many fun ones to play with. This was a punch. Oh, it's on the other side of the room. I thought I was ready. The Label Me. Lovely. I liked that it was a larger shape. Any die shape would work here. If you don't have punches or dies, a rectangle would work. If you don't have a bird die, a butterfly would work really well with this. So, and then I have 10 inches of the Faux Suede Early Espresso. So my thoughts here, when I take pictures of my projects, when I look at the photo, I always think, oh, I should have done something different. So I thought the Early Espresso was very dark compared to the rest pastel colors of the card. I tried to pull it in with the sentiment here just for you, but I thought it was very stark. So I have a few ideas. So those of you that got kits also received a piece of scalloped lace. I thought this was more delicate and might add for a more feminine card than the brown. Use what you'd like on your card. Maybe we'll use both. So that was that card. This happens to be 5 by 3 3/4. You could make it 5 1/4 by 4 or whatever size you want. So that's the second card. We're going to do that next. Second. The first one we're going to do is this one. I should ask who is stamping with me, and so that I can answer any questions and not go too fast for you if you are creating with me. I will put this on YouTube and it'll be available for replay here on Facebook. If for some reason we have technical difficulties, knock on wood, I think we're good. But if we do, I'm going to re-record this, so there will be a version of this available for you to follow along if you'd like. All right. Hello, everybody. Yay, Alma got hers. Okay. And somebody said last minute kids were coming over, so she wasn't going to be here, so let me know. And if you're watching the replay, let me know. I'd love to know who is watching my replay. So this is our fun fold. I had a good time designing this one. So this is 5 1/2 by 10 3/4. So in your kit, Let's see if I have it here. I think I sent most of you darker wood grain, and this is from the In Good Taste. So this is 12 inches by 5.5, and then I cut off 1.25 inches to make our 10 3/4. And this is scored. Oh my goodness. Hopefully you have it. I have to turn off my video there for just a second. Is this 3 oh, never mind that. I'll just measure it again. 10 3/4 by 5.5, scored at 3 1/4 and 6.5. And that makes our nice little Z-fold. Our designer series paper, at least this is not very sturdy. Some of our specialty papers are sturdier than this. So that's why I added a full panel here. And then what we'll do is we'll cut this probably in thirds. This is 1/2 inch, so we're going to cut a piece off here to add to our white piece here that you can write on. I liked seeing the wood grain, so I left this blank. You could add more layers here. And then on the front, I have a piece here that is, I believe it's 2 by 5 inches. Excuse me, I'm already talking a lot. And that piece, I don't know if you can tell, I have embossed with the Tasteful Textile, a very subtle back embossing folder. And I have some ideas of things we can do with that. So we're going to start with this card. Let's see if I can get myself back here. Might be easiest. Let's see if you have any questions. Here we go. All right, maybe. All right, so there's our layering piece. So I have lots of ideas. Let's see, I think I have another basket here that I can toss stuff into when we're done with it. So I should have told you have lots of colors, or use your favorite colors, or just a few ideas. So on my sample here, I left this rectangle white, this embossed piece white, and I added ink using sponge, and I think I did the green with a paper towel, to be honest with you, because we don't offer sponges right now, just to add some color to those. But I thought about, what if we left, well, so if we leave that white and you can color your stems, and I believe each of you that got a kit got 3 different stems. I think everybody got a long skinny one, everybody got a flower, and you got a third. What if we use different colors? And it'd be fun to add some gems to the center of our flower. So there's one idea. Another idea I had was, what if we add color to this piece? This one was done with a blending brush like this, and then I added crumb cake to that. It was just a generic color, kind of, to be honest with you. I would have liked it darker for this dark color. And this one, I believe I took my ink pad and swiped it across. You can see some of these straight lines. I believe I swiped that in soft suede. So that would be pretty too. And then you could even add our colored pieces. Oh, that's lovely. I do have fall colors to use on our flowers today, so that would be nice. Lots of options. I have more die cuts here that we'll be working with. Oh, I got bent a little. That'll work. Oh, here. Hopefully everybody's kits arrived in good shape. Let's just dump it all out. That might be easiest. My other idea was color this background piece and just leave these pieces white. So many options, and as my friend says, it's your card. You can do what you'd like, use whatever products you have. Oh, see, even that's nice. Just color the background in the rectangle, and then we'll add a strip there. So I think what I want to do is use crushed curry, Mary Merlot, and Mossy Meadow with blending brushes to add color to these pieces. I kind of like that with the dark. Wish it were a little darker, but that's right. So that's what I'm going to do. I'd be curious to know what you're going to do. Oh, By the way, I am going to add a post onto my Facebook page for you to include pictures of your finished projects on there so we can all learn from each other, because I know I don't have all the best ideas. I have ideas and I love to share them with you, but I know that you are creative too. So let's get to coloring. And I like this label. It's big enough to add a variety of sentiments. Let's punch these out. Not punch them out. Poke them out with my take your pick tool. All right. So I'm curious, who is creating with me? Did I already ask that? I think I did. Kathy is. All right. I assume Anne is. She hasn't said so, but she might be busy. Okay, let's grab a piece of paper. Do a little advertising there so you know who you're watching. I'm going to use some crushed curry. Oh, that's not going to work. Well, we'll see if this one's clean. That one's pretty clean. So using our blending brushes, so you can see, make sure I'm in shot. I'm just going to go very gently. Yeah, I was able to stay on the flowers enough. We will add Mossy Meadow. I just love the darkness of this. And this one will work. I need to order more blending brushes. Let's make sure. Yep. Sorry, my hand is going to be in your way. Very gentle. Oh, did I tell you how I did these? I use blends on these. There's some more options. Oh, actually, I have other ideas. So this one we'll use our blending brush. There's that. I really wanted to use that Mary Merlot though. Well, we'll just color some others and give you some ideas. I have my colored pencils. This is both of our kits. We have two different colored kits, and then one of the paper pumpkins had watercolor pencils in there. So let's choose another one. How about this one? That way we can use a few different colors. Let's use garden green. And I thought there was another green. I thought we had an old olive. I don't see it. What colors should we use? That's half the problem, is deciding what colors to use. Let's use Melon Mambo and Flirty Flamingo. So we're gonna, nope, that one needs to be, use real red. So the middle's gonna be real red. I just scribble. I don't try to be real artistic. The magic comes when you add a blender pen, or you can use a water painter. I do like the control of a blending pen. I'll show you that in a minute. So I'm just adding color everywhere. And it always looks to me like it's melting when you add, I'll say, water to your watercolor pencils. I don't know what it's actually doing, to be honest with you. I probably should learn. Stampin' Up! May have told us. Sorry, I'm not watching comments. Let me finish coloring this and then I'll take a peek. I'm just getting some color on here. Just over most of it. It doesn't have to be on all of it. And it would be fun to get other colors of green, but I don't have them handy. Really thought there was a... hold it down so I don't bend it too much. That one's just going to be red. I thought we had an old olive, but I don't see it in here. Anyway, okay. This is a blender pen. I'm hoping you can see how it just kind of melts that color. I'm going to do the petals first. Oh, I have another idea on ways we can color this, so let me keep busy here. And then we'll add water to the middle. Water to this little guy. I think I want some pink on here. Can't add too much more color once you've added. See, it's starting to pill already. So let's clean off our pen. And then get our stem. All right, another way that we're going to add color, another option, is Anne's smushing technique. So Anne is my sister, and she's also a demonstrator. And she sent us some die-cut flowers. She had used watercolor paper. These are just plain basic white cardstock. So there's another option, watercolor pencils. So she had sent us some flowers, and I think I showed it to you. I don't know. And we did the smushing technique. So actually we are going to use, I think I have some other colors. Let's just do these and see what happens. Okay, so we take a block, add color onto our block. The only problem with doing this is when I'm done, I have to wipe this block off. And that's kind of, to me, a waste of all the ink that will be on here. If I go like this and use ink from here, that ink won't be wasted because I can close my ink pad and it's ready for next time. So that's the only problem. I want lots of green. All right, get those out of the way. And to do our smushing technique, we block with ink from your pad, water in a Stampin' Up spritzer, and we spray the block. I don't know how many times was that, 3? And I have paper towel handy, so I can clean this up a little bit. And then we take, let's do this one. We'll say the top is red. Hopefully you can see. And you just smush it into, sorry for my reach. I should have gone around the camera. We're going to smush it. The flowers Anne had sent us before were bigger, so it was a lot easier to do. I'm going to have ink all over my fingers if I don't use my take your pick. Let's see. Let's try to flip it over. Oh, isn't that pretty? Kind of messy looking, but it looks like fall. And clean up my fingers a little bit. And grab another piece of paper towel. So that is Anne's smushing technique. So Anne is Anne Schmidt, and she goes by Acorn Trail Creates here on the internet. So if you want to try to look her up and follow her, we'll let that dry. That was a lot of ink and a lot of water. I like it though. All right. Do I have more? I have one more that we could use. How about some blends? Like I said, I'm pretty sure that's what I did with these. Let's see. Now I forget which is which. This is the one I just did. And this is that one. So lots of ideas, lots of colors. Use whatever you have. We're going to start with the, you know what? I'm going to poke these out. Maybe I won't do this whole thing. We'll just show you. Oh, I have ink on my fingers. Hold on. When I use blends, I like to start with the lighter one. Let's get paper underneath us. Using kind of the side of the brush and just adding. I always like to cap them. They are alcohol and they dry very quickly. So I'm going to do the stem more. And this is the dark Just Jade. I think I forgot to tell you what color this was. And then I like to go back again with the lighter. And that would be very pretty. All right. I will hold this up and show you what it looks like. I'll finish this later. I'm taking too long on this card. So that, oh my goodness, there we go. that is what that looks like with the two different colors. You could get very creative and use a third color or a non-green or whatever you have. All right, let's put our card together. I do have adhesive. I think I have everything here. We're going to cut this down. Again, this is 1 1/4 inch. This was 10 3/4. That makes 12. On my sample, I have a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to line it up there. I do like to hold my paper down with this plastic piece. There's that. We'll put this on first. How's everybody doing? Anne says alcohol works too. Is that for the smushing technique? Spray it with alcohol? My only concern with alcohol is I'm in a basement and it is not well ventilated down here. And I don't like those fumes. All right, so I just centered that on that back panel. I'm going to close this and then I'm going to center this strip, 1/2 inch strip on the white space. All right, sponges. Yes, sponges work. We just don't sell them right now, so that's why I didn't share that option. But that's a great idea, Alma. There's that. Now, decision. Do I want to use my piece that I took a ink pad to, or my blending brush one? There's a back side. I got too splotchy, so two sides to your paper, so you could try again. I don't like that one. This one's not dark enough, so we'll save that for another card. Put that in my basket. Oh, and the sentiment. I have a few stamp sets here. Threw it together. You've seen me use this many times. I like The World Is Better Because of You, but that is too large to fit on the this piece that I sent you. So there's a lot in here that will fit. I think I'm going to do You Are Loved Today and Always, and then I thought the inside could say Happy Birthday. And I haven't decided which. I'm just going to adhere this with liquid adhesive. My tablet stopped showing me our video, so hopefully you are still with me. Put quite a bit on there. I do like this off to the left. It shows more of the wood grain. So I try to put an equal border here, here, and here, and then leave this wide. And then this is going to go here. So let's decide which of these. I really like this one. It's not quite dry yet. But I think if I put some glue dots underneath it when it is dry, it'll hold tightly. That one's not done, so we won't use it. I kind of like this one that I just did. Which of these? I think this one. I'll use the 3 that I showed you. Alright, we're going to use glue dots. Kind of like that placement even, so we're going to move these off and put this on with the glue dot. So I put my thing on there and then I use my thumb to lift the glue dot. Now the glue dot's on the back of the flower. That one I missed a little, so I'm just going to use my finger and put that glue dot on the back of that. Boy, this is thin. Watercolor paper would have been better. I didn't think that far ahead, did I? Oops. One more here. My sentiment is going to hold the bottom of the stem down, so I don't need to worry too much about that. That works. Again, my sentiment will hold that down, so it's okay that that's up. And then this one, again, glue dots. I'm going to put them in the middle of the flowers as best I can. There, glue dots bigger than the middle of the flower. So I'm just moving that adhesive so it is on the flower. Liquid glue would work too. I just tend to put too much liquid glue on these things. And then I make a mess and I get glue on my fingers. Sorry, I lost track of you guys. Let me find you again. There we are. Hi Tanya, welcome to the team. I'm Sue. I'm Anne's sister. And I don't know if you were here at the beginning, I live in Minnesota, so we'll have to make an effort to meet each other. Watercolor markers on the blocks, add water. Awesome. Paintbrush, no strings or extra. Do you mean like a water painter? Like we used to call them aqua painters, we now call them water painters. Or just a paintbrush, yes, that would work too. So many ideas, so many options, and the idea is to use whatever you have on hand or whatever technique you like to work with. So I'm anxious to see everybody else's projects. Again, this may not hold real well right now till all the water on this thing dries. It is not sticking. We will make it work. I'll clean up my table here in just a second. The glue not sticking to my finger, not the... You know what? We're going to put the glue dot down on there. This glue dot is sticking. Well, there we go. I'm going to put this leaf right on that glue dot. When this is dry, it'll stick, and then I'll use my take your pick tool to tuck that adhesive. I don't know if you can see there's adhesive right there. To tuck the adhesive under that red piece once it's dry. Okay. I love Mary Merlot, so we're using that for our sentiment. I need a block. Need a sturdy surface to stamp on, and I'm hoping that this comes out well. I don't know if I have another label ready to go. Perfect. I think I take my time and I stop talking and I hold my breath, and then I get a good stamped image. This is going to go on with dimensionals. That was the other thing. If you got my kit, you needed to have your own adhesives. We'll use mini ones to make sure it doesn't show through. Oh, I also had, whoops, ribbon. See, ribbon is always the last thing I think of. I'm going to hold that down there. Let's clean up a little bit. Our card has a ribbon. Oh, that was put, oh, that's pretty too. So many beautiful things. I love these die cuts. And these are in the annual catalog. I don't know if I mentioned that. These were the Meadow Dies in the annual catalog. There is another die set called Harvest Meadow? Harvest Dies? I'll look them up if you're interested. That are a little bigger and other shapes that are going to work really well with these dies. Ribbon. Ribbon, ribbon, ribbon. In my envelope. Oh, the other thing, I did not send envelopes with our kits. I used this large envelope and I wanted it as flat as possible, so I couldn't just pop it in the mail and not go to the post office. So I apologize for not sending you envelopes, but hopefully you have some. Okay, let's back up. Sorry. 2 loops. This I could have tied around that 2-inch strip and I forgot. I think, oh, that's what I did there. We're just going to do a bow and adhere it with a glue dot. I sent you white ribbon because you could color this ribbon as well. You could use blends, you could use ink from your ink pad, you could use ink in a spritzer to get a variegated look. Blends, you can get a variegated look. I want that much smaller. I did not send gems or rhinestones or pearls, but they would be a nice addition to this card as well. All right, a glue dot. Where are they? Oh, it is really sticking. We'll go there. You are loved today and always. And then I'll probably put happy birthday on there. There's our first card. A little different, but the same pieces. So I'll be very anxious to see what you do with yours. Like I said, I will put a post here on my Facebook page for you to add photos of your finished cards. It would be fun to see what you did. Did you color your flowers? Did you not? And all the things we talked about. All right, let me clean up. Oh, I did have another one. I was ready. The other card. Oh, I sent a butterfly as well. And I'm going to put these somewhere so I can bring them back. Oh, actually, maybe I sent a butterfly with this card. That looks like a white butterfly. And I like to keep my white and vanilla separate. All right, so here, this card. Like I said, that brown was way too harsh for my taste, so I have lots of ideas for this card as well. Are you guys keeping up with me? Have you finished your first card? Are you still coloring? Oh, let's see. All right, I'm just going to keep going because I don't see anybody telling me to slow down. Okay, so here is our pretty floral. I think it's pretty floral, pretty flowers. I should learn these names. And I bet you I did include this white one with the other card. Let me pull that card back. I thought the butterfly would be fun to color in whatever way you want as well. He might be kind of fun to leave white and add, my original card didn't have it, add it there. And then when you open it, or you could color him and put him flat on the inside. A little surprise on the inside. Your choice. Your choice. Okay, so I left this really plain on purpose, and then I thought of several ways that we can dress this card up. Let's see if I can find my... I thought I was prepared. Let me look. I have a bird. Well, I did. That I had colored. Let me color him again real quick. I think what I didn't like about the brown ribbon is it's too harsh compared to the rest of the card. So I thought, what if we color the bird? So blending brush, and this is Early Espresso, I think. Yep. Get my scratch paper, and I'm just going to color him darker in the middle and kind of swoosh out to the ends. Take your pick tool, and we're going to poke out all these layered pieces. I had one done, I just can't find it right now, but that was pretty quick. So one option would be to color your bird, whatever color you'd like. I like the brown, personally, but you can make him a blue jay, cardinal, whatever. So I thought that even that adds enough, ties the browns in together. So there's one option. Color the bird. Let's see here. Obviously on this piece you can stamp whatever, and I have Celebrate with Flowers, and I like this, May Your Day Be Filled with Sunshine, and it fits nicely on there. And then we can stamp something else on there if we want. So some ideas to do with this background. You could use, oh, see, there's my note for my bird. I don't know where my bird went. This one I used blending brushes on here, and I think I used Flirty Flamingo on the small flowers, Petal Pink, which is what the cardstock is, on the big flowers, and then that is probably just Jade, if I remember. So that would be a fun option. Obviously that's not the right size, but that's just an idea for you to get the flowers to show up more prominently. Another option, and this took quite a while, are using your blends, your alcohol markers. And here I used light and dark pale papaya on all the flowers. The leaves are light and dark just jade, and then the centers of the flowers are light and dark coral, calypso coral. So that took quite a while because you have to switch your pens back and forth. So I probably wouldn't use that for a thinking of you card. That took quite a bit of time, but that's another option. I'm not done yet. I have more ideas. Hold on. I have samples here. Let me stand up and see what you can see. Can you see that? The only thing I did was used Wink of Stella on the flowers. And that was quick. So I think I was talking to Anne while I colored all the flowers in. And that would be a nice, you know, just a shimmer. This is our shimmer pen. Let's see what else. Oh, I have daubers. I started one. Let's see if I can find it. So I have a few here. This. So there's your Wink of Stella. There's your plain. There's your colored bird. So I'm curious what you will be doing with yours. You're going to leave it plain. I have pale papaya and my dauber, and I went ever so lightly. Use a light touch and you just get the raised areas. So that's how I did that one. I have Daffodil Delight. I thought that would be a fun addition. These are brand new. Almost says she's done. With both cards or just the first one? This one was obviously inked recently. So you just swirl around and it picks up that raised image. That's Daffodil Delight on our Petal Pink. I kind of like that. That's fun. And it's quick. It's not like the blends, like I said. Took me a long time to color this one with the blends. So it depends what the card's for. If you want to spend time on it, if you're sitting in front of the TV, and, well, we were watching the Olympics here, weren't we? That's kind of a fun, quick technique. So using your ink, and then I use sponge daubers since we still sell these. Sponge would work as well, I believe. All right. I'm not sure what I'm going to use for my card. Other options. Anne likes Wink of Stella. Okay, Alma says she's done with her first card. So, you know what? I think I'm going to finish this with these daubers. That is just a fun technique that I don't do very often. How are we doing on time? I knew I'd be over half an hour. All right. This was... We'll finish with our yellow. I think I am actually done. Yeah, actually I am done. We'll pull our pale papaya back. So what else could we do to this? I had thought about putting ink in the embossing folder before you run it through your machine, and that would give you a different look. Maybe we'll do that next week. Almost done here. Isn't that quick? Quick. Not that my cards always have to be quick. Sometimes I like taking the time. And then I also have Just Jade. And another new dauber. Ink. And then very lightly swirl. I don't think I need to get every piece. I'll just be more gentle with the greens. Oh, I think that's pretty. I think this is my favorite. Which of these is your favorite? The Wink of Stella, the blends, the blending brush, or my daubers? I'd be curious to know. I'm going to use this on my card. Now, what? I don't know, do we want the dark there? Then I also am going to have to decide which ribbon. Oh, I was going to use May Your Day Be Filled with Sunshine. And a block. So handy having everything within reach. I'm gonna let's use the Just Jade, since there is Just Jade on there. I do like the round at the top and the bottom. Looking at this stamp set, I'll probably use the dragonfly. Maybe the flowers, I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead. Very nice. And dragonflies are usually bluish, but I don't want to add another color. I'll use pale papaya. Oh, you know what? We're going to use pale papaya on that, and I'll find another color to use for that. And this back here. When I'm stamping on here, I do like to stamp off the edge like I did on here with those ferns. So I'm going to stamp a few of these. Oh, that looks like it was dirty. That works. I don't know what color. Well, maybe you don't want that dragonfly. He'd be kind of cute though. Let's try again. Ink, 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 and stamp. Pressure up. There we go. I did it again. Oh well, that's good. I keep getting ridges on my flowers over here, but that's all right. Let me clean up a little bit. Alright, so this is the one I'm going to use. I think with this, because I have colored my flowers and leaves, I don't want to use the brown bird. Let me dig in my basket. I think I have another one. No, maybe not. That took one more time. I'm pretty sure I saw one in here. There he is. Here's Mr. Bird. Alright. Don't want to lose a stamp. Actually, I keep finding stamps. It's kind of funny. And then I don't know which set they belong in. I should probably go through that, and maybe you can help me. You might know the stamps as well as I do. Alright, card base. And this, just for a change of pace, I'm going to use the lace ribbon. I think it'll be, oh, isn't that pretty? And there, because the flowers are darker color, I do like the white, or very vanilla bird. So just another option. I'm going to tie this around here. To save on ribbon, if you want, you could cut it here and here and just adhere in the back. Actually, I'll show you how to do that. I gave you enough to go all the way around and tie it. So this you could use on another card or another project. Yep. Again, I'm going to use a glue dot. And I want it about here. So I'm going to put a glue dot on the back of my layer. So I have glue dots here and here. This is about the same. Oh, I have one on my finger too. Ay, ay, ay. So I just put a little bit back there. That's higher than I wanted it, but that works. Look at, even that was too much. I'm going to turn that. Yeah, we'll leave it. This down a little bit. It is bugging me. That's one way to save on ribbon. Is just put it in the front. And we're going to use some adhesive. Because this is not flat, I am going to use my seal on this. Once I get it started, I'll go over the top of my ribbon. Make sure I don't put it on upside down. That'll do. This guy is going to need some adhesive. That isn't straight, is it? So we're going to hide it with this piece here, and again I'm going to use dimensionals. I'm curious to see how or if you colored your panel, your floral panel. And then we're going to use adhesive on him. Let's see how I do. Remind myself very gently. I see Anne saying goodbye to Tanya, so thank you for joining us. Nice to meet you. Oh, that's going to be too much, so we're just going to dab ever so gently wherever those joints are that give you more, ooh, especially his feet. In hindsight, these birds should have had adhesive sheets on them, on the cardstock, before I die cut it. We're just going to have him sitting right there. So there is my card for tonight. I will go through and make more cards, and I will just add them to the post that I am going to create on my Facebook page for you to share yours with all of us too. Whether you used a kit that I sent you or your own products, we'd love to see what you did to create these cards. I think that's what I have for you today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for Stampin' with Sue. Let's clean up. Oh, there's that butterfly. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with him. I think you got a butterfly in your kit. There are our cards. I do like this better. That one's just, I don't know, just something about it. All right. Anything else? Oh, Chris is here. I didn't think you'd be with us. Say happy birthday to my brother if you would. His card probably didn't arrive yet today. So, thank you, everybody. Any last questions? Any last questions? Thank you for joining me. It's always fun to create with you. Bye for now. Get in touch if you have any questions or if there's anything I can help you with. Bye. Have a good night, everybody.